Put your hands together for my very good friend, Mr. Dale Price. Keep it going for Dale! So, Stupid Conversations with the Opposite Sex, episode 20,867,422, if I've counted correctly. It's not a new concept for comedians to talk about on stage, but anyways. So I was sitting chilling out the other day with my girlfriend, listening to the song Juicy, and she was sitting playing on a Tamagotchi. And she turns to us, and she says, Dale, I cannot believe that it's 2022 and you're listening to R. Kelly. And I said, I can't believe it's 2002 and you're so racist, this is Nelly. And the next thing she said to us was, well, you're just being pedantic. Which I thought was actually slightly racist, more racist than mixed the two guys up, to be honest. I'm not being pedantic. Well, pedantic is like, you know, like pointing out, running with the theme of a niche or like a irrelevant article in the conversation and running with that until the cows come home. I don't think pointing out the difference between two separate black dudes is being pedantic. And then she went, see? So, rather than lock us both in the bedroom and burn the house down, I decided just to leave it there. But it's a thing that I've developed in my brain because I've stopped smoking weed. It's been about 2 months I haven't smoked any weed now. And normally if I was stoned, you know, and that conversation was taking place, I'd just like run through like 50 different scenarios in my brain of what I could say. But then actually just say nothing and just let her think that was R. Kelly singing Juicy. Just like, fucking what an idiot she is. But I'm doing well with the not smoking weed stuff. It got us in some ridiculous situations, you know. I once got so stoned I lost my sock. And I was standing there and I had one sock on and one unsocked foot. And it dawned on us that the sock to foot ratio that I was currently pondering didn't really have to affect us going downstairs to get me cornflakes. I could just do it in any ways and go out the face today. Didn't matter what I wanted. But like, you know, like, there's these people and you've probably heard them. And like these activist people, these wankers, and all the talk about is like, oh, well, weed's really good. It's really fucking good for society, everyone should do it. And apparently cures with coma, which is good, because I like the idea of having a joint and just being able to see. Right. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, and they'll go on and they'll be like, oh, it's really good, it's meant for people. And the thing is, like, I disagree. The best parts of it are the parts that are the worst parts, I think. Yeah. So, like, imagine that they did just make it like Weed Disneyland, like it is in California or whatever, where you just go to the shop and buy it like a fucking flop. It kind of take the fun out of it, wouldn't it? Like the subterfuge and the, like, you know, like, no longer would I be able to walk around Leisure Park for an hour looking for a dealer that's so paranoid because he deals drugs openly in a park. Takes us an hour to find the cunt. It's like up a tree with some makeup on it. He's actually so subterfuge, he calls himself Wendy. I don't know who he identifies as, but it's certainly not my dealer anymore. No longer would I be able to go to some old back door and bench him, listening to this guy chatting to me, telling me that it's now 20 quid for a gram because they've strayed some Californian gorilla group that put the west coast of America in such a trance on Tiesto's on the Charlie Surgeons over there. It's fucking hell, mate, it sounds good, that. In obviously reference to weed, not Tiesto's music. No longer would I be able to freak my ass out by coming up some back alley in London with a 7-foot rasta, telling us that Babylon's going to fall when Boris becomes PM. I don't know what he was hitting on, but it was definitely giving him some foresight. He was right. Dead. But the thing is, right, it's not the best drug, is it? People are always like, oh well, there's this gateway drug and it makes you feel new feelings that you've never felt before, and and then that's going to lead open the door into further drug use. And for me, that was exactly the fucking case, to be honest. But it's just not the best drug, is it? The best drug's mushrooms, isn't it? I think all know that. I once got so tripped and I lost my sock. And I was standing there looking down, and I had one soft foot, one sponge spot. And the sock foot, I looked up, and I was at Pink Floyd's touring the Dark Side of the Moon in 1963. And the sock to foot ratio I was pondering didn't really seem relevant then either. I just had to go and meditate in the centre of Stonehenge for 44 years and leave the time to somehow catch back up with itself. Don't know how it did, but I have to tell a story. But there's these people, and you've probably heard them before, and they fall into either 1, 2 or 3 of the following categories. They're either vegans, hippies, or people who've done too much ketamine at some dirt festival and think that we're talking to a tree. And what they say, right, is they say that we should go back to nature. They say the human race would, the human race would be better off if we just went back to nature. And I think if that's what you think, go and find a big fucking forest. Move in. But we shouldn't, should we? Because we've kind of invented all these things to make our lives easier, make our lives more enjoyable. One day somebody came up with the postal service, one day somebody came up with a wheelie bin, we've got train lines and plastic, and yeah, it's not all environmentally sound, but it's better for us. So I don't understand the problem. But anyways, that'll be it for me tonight. Thank you very much for listening. I'll be here.